Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and welcome back to the Labyrinth. So, episode 45 of Nigel Dixie's Tales from the Labyrinth. Um, wow, it's incredible that we've gotten this far. I just recently filmed episode 90 of System Shock Radio. Oh, it's crazy to think how far I've come and how far I still have to go. And I forgot to make the announcement during that, so I'll make it here. A couple announcements actually. One for both System Shock Radio and Tales from the Labyrinth, but then one specifically for Tales from the Labyrinth. So the first announcement is that System Shock Radio and Tales from the Labyrinth will have new upload schedules. So Tales from the Labyrinth will be uploaded every Thursday. It'll be Tales Thursday. That Tales from the Labyrinth will go up, and then System Shock Radio will go up every Saturday. So we got Tales Thursday and System Shock Saturday. So the new schedule is going to be very cool, I think. Not having to film these back to back will take a bit of weight off of me, and you guys will actually have Tales from Labyrinth before System Shock Radio. So if you enjoy Tales from Labyrinth, you enjoy the poetry and everything, then you'll have it before System Shock Radio, which is great. But the other announcement specifically for Tales from the Labyrinth is I'm bumping up the amount of poems I read from 3 to 5. So how we're going to do it, and we're going to see it here as well, is we're going to read 3 poems from myself, then 2 poems from other people, because I like reading my own poetry, but I also like reading poetry from other people. Like reading poetry from other people that other people have written is something that's really, really cool for me. But because it's Black History Month, we have different poems, not just by me relating to Black history, but also poems from 2 prolific Black poets. So this first poem is called Chocolate Skin, and for those of you who have seen these before, the first 3 poems are by me, and then the last 2 are going to be by others. But this first one's called Chocolate Skin. I love brown chocolate skin, shimmering in the sunlight, radiating beauty in the moonshine. I love chocolate skin. Its beauty is immeasurable, shown for all to see. I love chocolate skin, including the one I'm in. So pretty much because I am black / African American, and beautiful chocolate skin and just beautiful black skin is so beautiful, the way it shines and everything, just a thing of beauty, and yeah, just a beautiful thing to see, just seeing black skin in pretty much everything, and seeing how many colors that black blue can wear is really, really cool. But this next poem is called All Lives Matter. To those who shout all lives matter, your message is true, but your hypocrisy disgusts me. If you believe that all lives matter, then why do you oppose Black Lives Matter? If all lives matter, doesn't that include Black lives as well? Why do you oppose us rather than stand with us? We shout Black Lives Matter because those are the ones in danger. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Jacob Blake, Elijah McClain. Did their lives not matter too? If you want to prove that all lives matter, why don't you stand with us? Your message is true, but your actions betray your words. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter too. So this one was written in, I believe, around the times of like all the killings and everything, such as Elijah McClain, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, which I mentioned in the poem. And pretty much taking the concept of not just Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter, and the fact that all lives matter is seen as a counter to Black Lives Matter, for me, and sadly, that's exactly why all lives matter was designed to oppose Black Lives Matter. But the thing about Black Lives Matter is we're saying it in protest because it's Black lives that are in danger. Or so when you say all lives matter, yes, that includes Black lives, meaning you should be standing with us instead of against us. As obviously every life matters, that's obvious, but it's Black lives that are in danger, which is why we say Black Lives Matter. So the fact that people tried to use All Lives Matter to oppose Black Lives Matter was definitely hypocritical, and that's the point I was making when I wrote that poem. This next one is called "Fight for the Fallen." We must fight for the fallen, those who have fallen as a result of racism and inequality, those who have fallen fighting injustice. We pick up their flags of battle and carry on the fight until equality dawns upon us all. And this is something I mentioned in episode 90 of System Shock Radio, which these will likely be going up on the same day, probably a few hours apart. A few hours apart, I should say. Excuse me, but the fight for equality seems to be an almost never-ending one, and it's a shame because as as so many people have fought and died to try to combat racism, and the fact that it's still going on can be very disheartening. I should say, the fact that we still have to fight for our place in the world because racism is still going on, because inequality is still going on. But we continue to fight because we want to see a world where it won't matter what our skin color is, but our ability is what will truly matter. And this next one is Freedom, and this is by Langston Hughes. Freedom will not come today, this year, nor ever, through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fellow has to stand on my 2 feet and own the land. I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a strong seed planted in a great need. I live here too. I want my freedom just as you. Ooh. Of course, Langston Hughes, very prolific poet during the Harlem Renaissance movement and everything. But as he describes freedom, it's not going to come by just bowing down and giving in and just accepting the inequality. He wants to see, and which is what we all want to see, is equality, for us to be on equal footing, for us to have just as much as those in power, and for us to have our equality and our freedom as well, and true freedom, and not just talked about freedom, but true freedom where we're not discriminated against, where we can be equals. And this is around the time of segregation, where of course separate but not equal. Well, equality is what's wanted and what's needed here, or which is what Langston Hughes so eloquently talks about and describes here. And this final poem is The Mothering Blackness, and this is by Maya Angelou. She came home running, back to the mothering blackness, deep in the smothering blackness. White tears icicle gold plains of her face. She came home running. She came down creeping, and here to the black arms waiting, now to the warm heart waiting. Rime of alien dreams befrost her rich brown face. She came down creeping. She came home blameless, black yet as Hagar's daughter, tall as was Sheba's daughter. Threats of northern winds die on the desert's face. She came home blameless. So, so I'm not entirely sure or who Maya Angelou is talking about here. She could possibly be talking about herself. She could just be narrating, which is a common literary tool. But I like the structure here, where it starts off one sentence and then ends with the sentence with everything in between, and kind of the pattern of the rhyme here in the poem is very, very nice, and we see things clearly and vividly, how the person that's being talked about in this poem coming back home and everything, coming back to where I'm guessing her mother or father, whichever guardian is, coming home where she's safe, where she feels secure and everything, and not out battling whatever she was enduring out there. So I think the hose being present in the poem really makes it stand out and really brings the poem to life. If that makes any sense, but nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see it as soon as it drops. My apologies. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on any of the poems, your thoughts on the new schedule, and your thoughts on how we're gonna construct Tales from the Labyrinth. Do you prefer the 3 poem structure, or do you like the new 5 poem structure? Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.